I look up at the mirror and I can see like a reflection of 15 men staring.
Hey, we ain't chasing shit.
I don't date potential. I don't date potential. Yeah.
And now you got a load of 6s running around looking like 8s.
So why is it that people from all corners of the UK are struggling to find a partner? What are some of the issues people are facing? Is there a common theme here? Now, apart from just getting your passport and leaving, what else can you do to survive the UK dating scene?
But before I could finish my sentence, she's like reaching her hands to feel my hair.
Welcome back. I hope you're ready.
Am I the only one that thinks this is crazy? Now, call me mad, but I really don't understand this, and it's not new, but it feels new, this whole talking stage thing. I just don't get it. I don't understand why we spend so long talking to somebody. What have you got to talk about? How long are you going to talk? Some people are talking to this person for like a year. For me, it just feels like a get-out clause for commitment. Someone came to me the other day and I was, no, I'm not going to ask them out because, we're just talking. You've been doing that for a month. What the hell are you talking about? Surely you will know by this point whether it's worth giving it a shot. And when I say giving it a shot, I mean, life is not about talking to somebody for God knows how many weeks, months, years to make sure we're 100% sure so that it doesn't go wrong. That's ridiculous. Some people meet and get married in 6 weeks, have a baby and live forever and die together. I feel like we live in this world where it's almost so scary to mess it up that we are wasting time trying to make something out of something. Why can't we just go on a few dates and go, right, okay, yeah, this feels good. Let's just commit. Let's commit to each other and see where this goes. If in a month it doesn't work, hey, we can move on. But this whole talking stage, it feels so messy. I'm with you, but I'm not with you. And I'm kind of committed, but I'm not really committed. And because I've got this label of only talking, it technically means that I'm kind of still single. I don't get it. Is anyone else with me here? Or have I just got this totally wrong?
So this clip here, coaching with Jodie. No, you haven't got it all wrong, Jodie. Not at all. What she said right at the end, if you listen, when she said, if we're just talking, then that technically means that we're still single. Or technically means that I'm still single, if we're just talking. Now that seems to be a leading trend with a lot of people. Most people nowadays, they don't want to put 2 feet in. It's always 1 foot in, 1 foot out for caution. Truthfully, as a man on his mission, have you really got the time to be texting and speaking on the phone constantly? Unless this girl is your business partner, I don't see how you could have time, to be honest. The only 3 things that happen when you speak to someone for long over the phone, somebody that you haven't met, is you get ghosted or you ghost them. 2, you meet up with a person and you get catfished. And 3, yes, you could meet that person and live happily ever after, but it's not likely. Try for yourself and let me know the results.
At the gym, a girl comes over to me and says, I love your hair. Bear in mind, this was like an older woman. She must have been in her late 30s at least. So I said thank you and I said, you have really nice hair as well. But before I could finish my sentence, she's like reaching her hands to feel my hair. So I'm seeing her hand reaching up and I thought like she was like trying to, maybe she saw a fly above my head. She was trying to hit out the way. I didn't say anything. Next thing I know, I'm feeling my scalp is moving around. And then I look at her and I said, that's nice. And I try to make it like, when it's an awkward situation, so you just kind of and like move away. So I'm like moving away, like, because why your hands in my hair? So I said, okay, cool. I said, thank you, have a nice day, whatever. Moved along. In fact, I even cut my session short that day because, bro, she put me off. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't want to stay there. Anyway, as I'm leaving the gym now, I didn't notice at the time, but there's like a car parked on like the side of the gym, the way you enter. So there's a car parked on the right side. I scan my thing, go through, and that's when I noticed this grey-ish BMW parked there. Anyway, I have to walk past the car to get to my car because it's like blocking the car park. But as I'm walking, that's when the window for this car rolls down and it's the same lady from inside the gym. And she's telling me, oh love, do you need a lift? I try to be nice. I said, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I drive myself, so I'm just gonna drive home. And guess what she told me when I told her that? She said, do you want me to give you a lift to your car? I'm not lying. Do you want me to drop you from this part of the car park to the other side of the car park? I was so weirded out. I was like, nah, it's really okay. Don't worry about it. Anyway, then she proceeds to pull her phone out and says, oh, just quickly before you go, I really love your hair. I really love the way that it like sits on your head. Like it was really weird. I don't know exact words. It was really weird. Something like, oh, I love your way it sits on your head or your scalp or something like that. Is it alright if I get your WhatsApp? I was like, haha. I thought she was joking in it, so I just started like kind of smiling. Then my phone's in my hand. Then she proceeds to get outside of the car and like, when I tell you like this woman, she's not a girl, she's a woman, is like tall. And she goes gym. Then she just grabs the phone out my hand. Like when I say grab, I mean literally grabs the phone out my hand and goes, haha, don't worry love, I'll put it in for you. Don't even want to know what she saved the contact as. Anyway, if you want to know more about this, let me know in the comments because I don't know. I'll do a part 2 on this one.
You see, the violation on this one is clear and obvious. She put her dirty hands in his hair. 'Cause let's be honest, ain't nobody got clean hands in the gym. So this is a clip from ZKGK. Now firstly, ZK needs to be a bit more masculine in this situation. I.e., block the incoming hand and just tell the woman that you're not interested. Or that you have a girl already, full stop. You focused on your workout. But secondly, when you flip it round, this is what some women go through constantly when somebody can't take no for an answer. I also think it's a bit crazy how styles work nowadays, because when I was in my 20s, I could never walk around with an afro like that. My boys just wouldn't have it. Today I see a lot of youths walking around with these massive afros like it's 1974. I must have missed the wave. Madness.
Do you think it's okay for a man to hit a woman?
As a woman, the moment you lift up your hand and box a man, to me is fair game. It's fair game. That's how I was raised. My mum said to me,
so it is okay?
It's not going to be deemed okay, but if I take up my hand and punch my man in the eye and he does that back, how dare I say anything? You've let the relationship know that we treat each other like people on the street. People on the street fight. So if you take up your hand as a woman and punch a man, expect the lick. And if you don't get it, well done, he's a really, really great man. But if you take up your hand, you're scratching, dragging, boxing, and he does anything other than restrain you, that is your business.
So what you're saying is, in some cases, they do deserve it?
In some cases, yeah, it's absolutely warranted. You can't pick up your hand and hit anyone. Why do you think you can pick up your hand and hit a man and not expect to receive? What is that?
But wouldn't some say that men should have like self-control?
So should she. Where's her self-control? Where is her self-control?
Now this is a clip from Black Kings UK. Now the woman in the brown top, I don't know who she is, but this is the type of woman that you'd want to raise your daughter. Trust me, because when you meet a girl, you need to ask yourself that question. You need to look at that girl and ask yourself the question, is this the sort of girl that I'd be okay raising my daughter? This is the type of woman that will explain to her daughter that if you hit a man, then you must expect retaliation. Because too often nowadays I see myself in towns and cities up and down the UK, women attacking men in public. Now to all the men and women watching this, unless it's self-defense, there's no benefits to putting your hands on anyone.
Aesthetic clinics are completely fucked up the dating game. Any single bird these days with a couple £100 gets herself down a clinic, gets a couple treatments, sorts herself out, and now you've got a load of 6s running around looking like 8s. And as a result, all of these clap birds ain't interested in the clap fellas that they're meant to be with. And what's happened now is none of the clap geezers have got anyone that's interested in them, and all the higher level men are spoilt for choice. So when they've got so many options, none of them want to commit to one girl.
So this is a clip from I'm a Doer. And this is something that I'd have to agree with, to be honest. What I think is crazy is that many of us go to the gym to try and work on getting that attractive body. And then there are many women that use aesthetics clinics to make themselves look beautiful. But who's out here really trying to work on their personality and their character? How many of us have studied the opposite sex? How many of us have studied our own flaws and understand how we come across to others? Because a 10 in looks means nothing when it comes to personality.
I've actually realised, yeah, women cannot win. Like, no matter what we do, yeah, we cannot win. And this is not a debate, this is not a discussion, this is just my opinion. I feel like we cannot win in any, like, social situation, like, when it comes to a man. So, let me paint the picture to you, right? I'm going to tell you, like, the 2 ways I feel like we cannot win. The first one, yeah, I was having a conversation with someone today, and they felt as if because I didn't have a man, then I'm stranded. Like, I needed a man to do things for me. And like, when I kind of said, well, you know, I'm doing it for myself, it was kind of like, raw, is that you? Yeah, is that you? And I'm just like, but this is like, who else was going to do it for me? Like, why else would I expect? Why would I be sitting here waiting for someone to do it for me? And I'm not saying this is all men, yeah, but some men feel as if a man's not doing, if a woman has her own, then it must be a man doing it for her. And when it's not a man, it's like, raw, you're a real boss. And it's like, well, no, I'm just thriving and surviving, you know? Like, I'm just living life. Like, what the hell? It's just like, it just confuses me as to why, like, some men think that if we don't have men, then we just cease to exist. Like, we can't do anything. We can't have a nice car, or we can't pay our own rent, or we can't go on holiday. The only way we can go on holiday is if someone flies us out. And it's just like, sorry? And then the other situation, like, reverse it. When a woman does have a man doing stuff for her, it's raw. Women have it so easy, you know. Women just, oh, like, you just have it so easy. And I'm just like, but if you're in a relationship with a man, what makes you think that I'm not doing anything for my man? Like, I don't do anything for him, and he's just doing all these things for me, and I'm not doing anything for him. Like, so it's just like, if you are getting spoiled or treated by a man, then it's like, oh, like, raw, like, you lot are just basically doing nothing and just getting all these rewards, as if to say we're not contributors to that relationship any way, shape or form. And then if you are doing it for yourself, then it's like, raw, like, well, how are you doing it for yourself? A man should be doing this for you. And it's like, pick what should we do? At this point, we should just die. Like, ah.
So this clip here from Money Missy. Now I understand where she's coming from here, but the first thing that she said was, women can't win. Now, only if you're in competition with the opinions of these men should you be trying to win. You have no need to win over the opinions of other people. Not everyone is going to praise you for what you're doing. However, what's not mentioned here is that the majority of men, when they're around attractive women, they just seem to start talking a lot of crap. I've seen it with my own eyes plenty of times. Many men will say things that they wouldn't normally say when they're around an attractive woman. It's just something that happens with us men, that we're talking but our mind is somewhere else. I've been with many men on occasions where it's just been us lot and then an attractive woman will enter the scene and then men just start switching and acting like complete morons.
Well, how much does a man need to be making a month to date you?
Bread.
No, have a number though.
I used to say 6k a month.
Yeah?
Yeah, which I still think is alright. It's healthy. We can make it by.
Yeah.
But ideally, more. I'd say about 10 grand a month.
So you're not on like...
10 grand a month is comfy, isn't it?
Wow, 10 grand a month's mad still.
It's
not
comfy.
for me, but...
No, but it's comfy.
But like, that's mad, that's dark, but cool. You don't want to like start with no man from the... Not saying he's broke, just from the ground up, he's maybe making
I don't date
2,
potential. I ain't dating potential.
Swear,
Yeah.
shit.
I don't want to date potential.
10k a month, bro. I ain't talking about me, but bro, there's so much good brothers out there, you know what I'm saying? Sad still.
Minimum. And anyone that gets triggered by that is because you're broke. All right? Okay.
That's mad.
It's potential for a reason and they don't go anywhere with it. There's probably 1 in a million man that actually will do something with that potential, and hold tight you girls that see that through, because I haven't got the patience.
So this is a clip from Standout TV. Now, you know the girls that do these shows, are they for real or are they just actors? Does anyone know this girl personally to know that these are her real thoughts? Because to me, it just seems like they just do this show just to try and trigger people. The thing is that most men that earn 10k a month not only have standards of their own, but they also have the freedom to date multiple women. Good luck with your conquest, love. Remember, if you're triggered, you're broke.
PSA to the ladies who weren't aware, if you're now in your 30s, strategic placement is no longer efficient for your goals. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'll explain what I mean by that. You see, when women like a man, yeah, the average woman, most women, they ain't gonna do nothing. They ain't gonna do nothing but strategically place themselves in your path. That's it. The problem with that is we're now in our 30s, yeah? Most of us got arthritis. Some of us got asthma. You get me? Chronic lower back pain. We ain't chasing shit. Shit. You get me? Like, ladies, you're gonna have to turn into some baseball level pitchers, because you're gonna have to ball up the crutches and show it at man. Cause that's, you get me? Like, it's not what it was. We're older now, like, time's getting on. If you ain't got utes, yeah? Time's ticking. You can't just strategically, you gotta be, hello. You get me? That's what you gotta be on, because you ain't really got time to waste.
So this clip is from R3LLS. Yeah, I don't know what that says, but big up to the brother anyway. Another clip here that I would say is 100% facts. For too long, men have been doing too much to try and attract a woman. And it's only when you get into your 30s, you start to see that the majority of women don't actually want you to come and talk to them. Now, this is not my experience, this is what you hear women say online all the time. But ladies, when you like a man, what is it that you actually do to obtain that man? You put yourself in his view or his path and just wait. Now, this strategy is weak to many men because we know that you can do better than that. And men know that there's a lot of women out here that are just out here for attention. So we're not out here to feed the ego of that attention. So just putting yourself in the view of someone isn't something that we easily fall for anymore. And why should we?
This man just approached me in Tesco's, and I respect the hell out of a man who wanders up to a woman and asks her out. But how do you say no in a way that doesn't knock their confidence so that they don't feel like they can't do that again? Because I did not want to say yes to this man. He literally wandered over to me and he was like, I just want to let you know that you are absolutely stunning. And I was like, oh my god, that's so sweet. And he was like, I've just been watching you up and down the aisle. And I did think, that's slightly odd, but I was still like, oh, thank you, that's really sweet of you. And then he was like, I'd love to take you out. And I was like, oh, I'm really sorry, I'm not looking for anything at the moment, but it was really kind of you to come and approach me. And he was like, well, why aren't you looking for anything? Like, you're gorgeous, you're stunning. And I was like, thanks, I know. I'm just not looking for anything at the moment. He was like, just one day, it won't hurt. And he was not taking no for an answer. He was very persistent. And he was like, well, let me just take your number, or you can take my number. Stupid people pleasering me ended up giving him my number. And that's because I didn't want to knock his confidence so that he doesn't do it again. But also, like, no is a full answer, sunshine. I should have just said I had a boyfriend, but I shouldn't have to do that.
Rosie Winter. No, you shouldn't have to do that, Rosie. But unfortunately, some people are just off key. Now, as a man, I know how bad it is dealing with women in the UK. However, the more you listen to the stories of women, gives you more of a balance for the topic. And it seems to highlight a common theme. The cold approach and men who can't take no for an answer. If the first thing you say to a girl is you're beautiful when you approach, then you've lost already. It's like going up to a fat person and saying, you're fat. Tell them something that they don't know already. If you really feel the need that you have to speak to this person, Just make it a bit more natural. Have a bit more class. You can compliment what somebody's wearing. You can ask a relevant question to the space that you're in, whether that's a shop or a gym, etc. And then when you check the person's response to your question or your compliment, does it seem like that person actually wants to speak to you? Because if they do, then continue, but if not, just leave. It's real simple.
I've clocked it. Getting money and getting designer does not help out with the girls no more. I promise you now, the clothing doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is a car. Once you've got the car, you can get the girls. You're attractive out of the car, you feel me? And this can be the most deadest car. If you got a motor vehicle, you're gonna get some, 100%. Bro, you can have a Canada Goose on Montclair and you're still walking about, you're getting nothing. Girls don't care about designer no more. The Montclair, the Canada Goose doesn't work. From now on, you gotta be driving, you feel me? You can't be taking no bus. And this is why I've got no one, because I'm still taking bus, you feel me? But give me 5 months, I'm gonna be driving.
So this clip here is from Ads 18. Obtaining a car helps you with girls, yes. But the goal of obtaining a car should be for your upliftment and self-improvement, not for any girl. Because if she's with you for the car, what happens when somebody pulls up with a bigger and better car? Trust me, live for yourself. However, if you don't have a car, forget girls, get your money up.
Can I just say, I'm fully convinced that gyms are organized by men. Hear me out, right? The Stairmaster is always facing its back to the heavyweight rack where all the man them are chilling. Like, let it sink in. Think about your gym, think about how it's laid out. It is very, very rare that you're at a gym where, like, they're thinking of your decency like this. Every gym I go to, the Stairmaster, it's always right at the front row, and behind it there's bare, like, equipment. Or your bum is towards the heavy, I don't know what you call it, the weight section. 100% man designed it. 100%. All these motherfuckers are just like thoughtless, like you, man. Can we reorganize this? Some of us just want to come and work out our legs, our glutes, casually. Bro, I'm just there going up the Stairmaster. I'm barely getting through the 6th minute, yeah. I look up at the mirror and I can see like a reflection of 15 men staring. The way I'm off that Stairmaster.
So this clip here from Princess XAT. So gyms being organized by men doesn't take much convincing, considering we live in a society where everything is built by men. However, let me ask you this question. What do you think is the biggest problem that we face in our gyms today in the UK? Is it that men stare? Or is it what women wear? Because if you're going to wear revealing clothes to attract the attention, should you have an issue when you get the attention that you're looking for? Now, I'm not saying she was wearing revealing clothes, but this is a question that I thought I'd just ask, just to see the response. What do you think the main issue is in our gyms? Is it the fact that men stare, or is it what women wear? Let me know what you think. But in the midst of all this, the message always stays the same. Get your passport, fellas. And I'll see you on the other side. Peace.
She's got me thinking of all the things I do, all the things I do. She's working undercover, but so am I. And that's your baby mama, she ain't even mine. I've never had to go anywhere, cause she's got what I need, my undercover lover. I saw potential in another brother's baby mother. You're judging me, but you don't.